Hey everybody, and welcome to the second video tonight with Spartan 086 on model tanks. And tonight we're doing the T.72B2. This one I've been working on for the last couple of months, and it is a Forces of Valor conversion from an Iraqi Lion of Babylon T-72 to a Russian T.72B2 Rogatka. Now, apologies to any Russian viewers. I do apologise for trying to say that in Russian and coming out absolutely wrong, but this is the best I can do. So I looked it up to try and find out what that meant, and I get 6 different meanings, but what I can remember was I think the Russians had actually meant for it to be called the slingshot. This is an absolute gem of a tank. It is possibly the best hybrid between a T72 and a T90. Now I know most of these will go, well, a T90 is actually a T72. I know, but there's a lot of differences between them. This vehicle, when it was brung in, had an upgraded fire control system. It also had an upgraded engine. So this took what would be the T90's 1000 horsepower engine. It also took on the more powerful gun. So the original T72 did have a 125mm gun, but it kind of lacked a lot of power. So when the Russians decided to upgrade a position of the tank, they went with the more powerful 125mm gun, which is now used on the T90 as well. And they put it on this. They also put on the Shutra enemy detection kit. So obviously if somebody's aiming a javelin system and locking onto the tank, the Shutra would recognise that and form the tank through, and they could take evasive action. This vehicle had a lot of changes to it. Obviously, as you see here, it took the 3 slab points that you see on the T90 on both sides, like I said, the Shutra and several other points. It's also encased around it in slat armour, which you would see on the T90 MS as well as the T14 Armata. Again, to Russians, I do apologise for trying to do that translation there. If it's wrong, I am again sorry. So overall, the tank turned out pretty well. It does actually have a good paint scheme to it. The green is Valero Russian green, and the yellow, which hasn't turned out as good as I hoped, is a Valero sand yellow or desert yellow. I'm going to have to re-go over this again later or tomorrow probably, so I do apologise to the guy anybody watching this. It did turn out really well and I've left it to dry, but it has come out a bit patchy, so I'll get back on that later on. But overall, this turned out pretty well. I've been working on this along with the Challenger 2 that you saw in the previous video as well, for the last 7 hours to get them ready to go up. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I was going to add some other things to this, but decided not to. Obviously with the Challenger 2 I showed, I'd put netting on it. I was going to add some foliage to this to make it look like it had been combat, and I decided not to. Since this vehicle never really went into mass production, the prototypes, I think there was 3 or 4 of them made, been left there, I've decided just to do that with this. Just leave it at that. I was thinking of doing kind of Ukrainian-Russian kind of standoff, and then just thought, nah, there's no point. I'll just leave it the way it is. And it has turned out pretty well. The paint, like I say, just needs a wee touch up. But overall, the conversion kit I used did actually do not too bad. Worked out pretty well. So I can't really complain with that. I did obviously do my own wee touch-ups to it. On top of the vehicle, on the turret here, excuse me, it was asking for a certain amount of ERA plates to be placed. I decided to place my own in certain points, especially about here where it didn't ask for any. I've put 2 ERA plates. There's supposed to be a third, but it seems to have come off when I was painting. You get that reattached, and because it's obviously you've got the slab points here, or knife ERA plates here, I thought obviously if the tank's moving through an urban environment, obviously these points are going to be the hardest, but you do have a gentleman sitting here, which is your, actually it's nobody because this is a 3-man turret, so it would be a bit empty here, but you would have this kind of area where it, actually I think the gunner will be sitting there, because the loading system is a carousel around the bottom, so actually it might be the gunner. So yeah, it should be overall protected, because the last thing you need, even if he's not, is an RPG coming through the turret here and exploding. The chain reaction would be catastrophic for the tank, and it would be deadly for the crew. So yeah, overall it should have protection all round, so I decided to add them. Antennas, obviously I've got the wee one here, but I am thinking of maybe extending it up so it's a wee bit more, maybe put a wee Russian flag on it. But overall it turned out a lot better than I'd hoped. Paint scheme just needs a wee touch up, but apart from that the conversion kit worked well, and I hope you guys like it. Like I said in the previous video, the new Tiger one is on its way to me, so I should have it up either the start of June or mid-June, so get that up as soon as I can. You can get a good look at what the Forces of Valor have done. I am working on another conversion kit. I'm not going to say what it is at the moment, but hopefully I'll have that up shortly as well, and you guys can have a look at it. So wherever you guys are, I hope you are well and enjoying the videos. Please like and subscribe, and until the next time guys, take care, bye bye.